What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a bit. I apologize. I've just been busy. I've been extremely busy with work. Unfortunately, my main job, which I work at a brass foundry, has been really slow. And I mean really slow. I've never honestly seen it this slow before in the 13 years that I've been there. And it's just unfortunate. So unfortunately, I had to go get a second job just to pay for everything. So kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So I'm working anywhere between 55 hours to 80 hours a week, and I don't have time to really do the videoing and the editing and all that, and still do projects. So I mean, the time I have, it's just to work on the stuff. That's about all the time extra time I have. So that being said, that's why you haven't seen videos, and I'm just kind of complaining. So who cares? On to the next thing, the next projects that I got coming into the shop. As you guys know, I had the RS Racecraft 12-foot boat that I had, some previous videos and whatnot. Unfortunately, I had to let it go. Not because I was tight on cash, because I was fine on cash. It's just I had to let it go because it just wasn't it wasn't fitting my family very well. I had a lot of fun with it. I love the boat. It's a little tight for 3 people, and unfortunately it wasn't working. I wanted to get more people into it, and you can only take 2 people at a time in it, so it's really hard to take people on cruises up and down the river if you only get 2 of them there. So that being said, I had to let go of the 12-foot boat. Got a fair amount out of it, I feel like. Enough to buy 2 new projects. So let's get into the new projects. So this is my one project I have laying on the floor right now that I'm getting ready to start, and I figured I'd start making some videos on. This is actually my new jet boat that I'm building. It is kind of an in-between a mini jet boat and a full-size boat. This is a 15-foot Sitka Sportsman. Sitka makes it. I've got a couple extra options on it. I pretty much got every option on it when I bought this kit, and I'm super excited to start building this thing. It's going to be a little bit of a test for me. I had to upgrade welders, and just to do this, because I went with a 1/2-inch bottom on this. So yeah, so she's going to be a super solid boat. Super big, so it's like 15-foot boat with a 2-foot swim deck, so it's like an overall length of 17 foot long. I'm going to be putting a SVHO motor in it. I have over here, kind of buried in the corner. This is out of a 14 SVHO. I think it's like the first year they started doing the SVHO. This is not a stock SVHO by any means. If anybody can see this right here, it says HKS. This is a 350 give or take horsepower SVHO. I guess the ski that I got it out of used to run the Race of the Ozarks, and evidently did pretty well in that event at the Race of the Ozarks, which is just kind of like highway pools, I guess, on the water. And I don't know. I don't know too much about it. All I know is I did take out the jet ski when it was the motor and everything was in it, and that thing flew. Did like 82 mile an hour. It was unreal. A lot of fun. It's kind of sad to take that out of the jet ski, but needed to go into something new. So hopefully it does very well with this new boat. The new boat's gonna be kind of heavy, so hopefully that 350 horse supercharged Yamaha motor does the job. So on to the next project I got, which is buried under here, as you can see. This is my 73 240Z. I picked this thing up in Minnesota. This car was actually built on the Hybrid Z forms by a guy up in Canada. So this is a Canada car, which is kind of cool. I think it's still, oh, no, it's actually unlocked. Went ahead, first thing I did is I put new seats in it. because the Recaros that were in it looked like they were from like the 70s or 80s, and they were just tore up and just not in good shape. As you can see, this thing is pretty well gutted, but it's a solid car. It did run and drive when I got it. I did drive it around for a few months after I got it, but the transmission was starting to give me some issues, and the motor was kind of questionable. Had a bunch of blow-by in it, and I just, it might have been all right. It might have been just the valves too tight. It might have been something else. I didn't know. I didn't want to start digging into it because it just, it was an L28 turbo, which it was fun to drive, but it just didn't make the power that I like. Anybody that's watching this channel knows that the cars that I usually have, if I'm not making over 500 wheel horsepower, I'm not happy. So something that makes me like a couple hundred horsepower, I'm just I'm not really having fun with it. So I went ahead and ditched the L28, sold it, and the transmission and everything, the ECU and all that stuff out of it, to go to a new platform. And surprisingly, guys, it's not an LS. I decided not to put an LS. I almost did. I almost actually pulled the Trans Am 370 out and the twin turbos and stuck it into this, which would have made this just a little monster. But I felt like if I did that direction, next thing you know, I got another race car in my hands, and I don't need another race car in my hands. I actually have the Trans Am, which is gonna get going again. I promise you that. I just got to get a bigger shop. It's just not enough room for me to be building that car. And then I have another car, which I have had for a long time, that is going to be made into a small tire car eventually down the road. But once again, I need a bigger shop to be doing projects like that. I just can't do it in this garage anymore. It just, between the tools and everything I have, I just don't have room. So I'm rambling on. So yep, that is kind of an update, I guess, on for everything. Oh, and that's the new motor, by the way. That's going in the 240, which is a 2JZ. So no big deal. Whether I build it or not, I don't know yet. That's gonna be down the road. Right now, main focus is this boat. We're gonna get this boat done this winter, and I'm going to bring you guys along the entire time when I build this boat. So I don't think I've seen a video on really anything Sitka builds. So this will be a new one. I know I haven't seen a video on a 15-foot Sportsman from Sitka. So if anybody is kind of thinking about building a Sitka 15-foot Sportsman, follow along with the video, and this will be a fun one for sure. So like, subscribe, guys. Follow along. Like I said, got a bunch of projects going to be happening. It's just a matter of me finding time to do it, which it'll happen. It just got to give me some time. So thanks guys for watching. Subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.